Early to say what exactly went wrong over there. I can tell you that the aircraft was a CRJ-200 aircraft. This is a Canada regional jet aircraft. It's a family of aircraft used around the world. It's a 50-seater aircraft. It's a twin-engine jet aircraft. It was on a flight between Tribhuvan International Airport in Kathmandu and Pokhara. As we've been discussing earlier on, this airport and indeed Nepal has an appalling safety record when it comes to flight safety. Just a cursory look at their air safety record indicates a number of crashes virtually every year, whether it's helicopters or fixed-wing aircraft like this across the country. However, at this juncture, there are too many factors to actually get into to look into what may have caused that crash. Nepal, I should suggest, has a fairly quick system of investigating its own air accidents, and they do quite transparently come out with these air safety reports which talk about what may have resulted in a crash. In this particular case, we do not know. As you mentioned, the aircraft appears to have climbed just a little bit before it plummeted down. I can tell you that this particular airport is a tabletop airport. Landing on this airport is difficult. This, of course, was a different situation. It was taking off. For whatever the reasons were, perhaps the aircraft didn't generate enough thrust on its engines. Perhaps the flap settings were wrong. Perhaps there was a pilot error. Perhaps there was a mechanical error. The digital flight data recorder, which this aircraft is equipped with, and given the fact that the wreckage is so close to the periphery of the runway, that should be recovered. And the last moments of the crash, not just the audio of the pilots, but also the data from the aircraft itself and various systems on board should be available to investigators, hopefully, to sort of figure out what went wrong.
Vishnu, given the terrain and the unpredictable weather, especially during the monsoon season, are there just some specific kind of planes that are allowed in this region?
Airport wide-body, commercial aircraft, including Airbus A330s, are used. I believe 777 flights have also taken place. So it's not really about the airport in this particular case. It is about the circumstances of the crash, which we don't really know anything about. This was on its takeoff run. The CRJ is it's an excellent aircraft around the world. It's used very, very commonly. But what exactly happened, I realize everybody wants to know, but frankly at this stage, it could take days, weeks, perhaps even months for air safety experts to come to some sort of conclusion. But yes, in other parts of Nepal, there are a lot of destinations served only by helicopter. There are other destinations where small propeller-driven turboprop aircraft operate. We've seen crashes of different types of aircraft in Nepal for all sorts of reasons. Mechanical error, pilot error on several occasions, including a horrific one last year in which 70-plus people lost their lives when a pilot accidentally effectively shut down the engine with the aircraft stalling and then crashing. On a flight to Pokhara, in fact, this aircraft was on its way to Pokhara today.
Vishnu, is this one of the planes that needs a shorter takeoff and landing airfield?
It has a very robust short takeoff and landing performance. But in this particular case, Tribhuvan International Airport has a long runway, which, as I mentioned, can cater for wide-body commercial aircraft, including the Airbus A330. That is in use by Royal Nepal Airlines as well. So it's not the length of the runway in this case which would be a factor. It would be other reasons, including, as I mentioned, a variety of reasons which investigators would be looking at. Let me repeat some of those reasons. Possibly a pilot error, mechanical defect, an engine defect, or some strange weather phenomena which prevented the aircraft from actually gaining altitude. But that seems quite unlikely because it's not as if the CRJ-200 is an underpowered aircraft. Not at all.
Right. Vishnu, they're explaining to us that the kind of airlines this was, the kind of aircraft this was that has crashed at the international airport just minutes after it was trying to take off. So it was a very, it was extremely soon after takeoff when 19 people on board that flight, a flight that has crashed at the international airport of Kathmandu, a flight that was to take off for Pokhara. We have Ghazali with us. Ghazali, take us through, it is the monsoon season. What were the weather conditions like? Any report on visibility levels? Also, in regard to this plane, if you could explain to us, And also definitely also any update as far as those on board are concerned. We do know that 5 people so far have lost their lives.
Yeah, as far as the status of those who were on board, what we can pick up right now is that 18 bodies have been recovered. Out of the 19 were on board. The pilot has been rushed to the hospital. He is admitted there. His medical condition is not known. So we can confirm, as per the local reports, you can confirm that out of those 19 who were on board, the body of 18 people have been recovered. The fire has been put off there by the firefighting team. And also the rescue operation is still going on at the site right now. What we know that what could be the exact reason, the exact reason is not known yet. Once this part of the rescue operation gets over, that all the bodies are recovered, like one more body has to be recovered until the Tribhuvan International Airport spokesperson confirms that everybody on board has not survived, or none of them have survived in the crash. As well as the reason of that why did the flight catch fire, and perhaps the initial reports, or say what the eyewitness team or the technical team at the airport suggests, that perhaps due to the impact of taking off, the plane caught fire, which was only visible or noticed once it was midair, and it crashed minutes after taking off from the Kathmandu International Airport for Pokhara. And we don't know yet that the weather condition, as per the official spokesperson and as per the local reports, was quite normal. So the exact reason is still not known, that what would be the reason behind this accident. Once the pilot also recovers from his injury, because his medical condition is also not known, but we are being told that he has been rushed to the hospital for now, and his body was recovered minutes after the firefighting team and the rescue team reached the airport.